understanding, and again, I'm not privy to the conversations that happened, but I understand that there was some concern about Tyler and the litigation that they had against him. And of course, we've been talking with Tyler for a while. There was an incident related to Tyler. It was a third-party acquisition that they had purchased. During the time frame from the purchase until they brought it in-house, there was an issue with that particular program. I think it affected some 13 customers, maybe. Does that ring a bell? 13 customers, 15 customers. The payout on it was $3,500 per customer. They quickly shut it down. They got it stabilized and brought it into their core programs. There's a lot of information that people, if they look a little bit further than litigation, that's put on message boards and in the news, and get a little bit more information as to what's going on with it. Like I said, it was a third-party acquisition. It is now part of the core process for Tyler, and they have corrected the problems that was surrounding that particular product. As a nation's leading public sector software provider, Tyler has over 13,000 customers nationwide. And when I say nation's leading public sector software provider, they do a lot of stuff for municipalities across the U.S. Very large cities, okay? So as far as having any type of an issue with that, they haven't. Tyler routinely acquires other companies and products in order to further improve upon the offerings that they are able to provide customers and end users. Tyler Tech maintains over more than 98% customer retention rate. So I guess my question to the folks that want to armchair mayor over the weekend, if they can tell me what bank has not had a data breach, I'd like to know which one that is. What DMV has not been breached? And we get all in a dither sometimes because we hear the word breach and we want to try to heap it on the head of somebody that we can get to. I happen to be that person. I think it's kind of odd that we do that. Over last weekend, I had an op-ed in American Press. I don't know if many of you saw it. If you look at it, the title is, "When Does Perception Become Reality?" And my question was, when does it become reality? Always, seldom, or never? It's my opinion, never is the correct answer. And why do I say that? The conversation I had in the article was about Mr. Tim Temple. Anybody know who he is? Insurance commissioner. How many people like the way our insurance has gone down? It hadn't. I'm 114 miles away from where Mr. Tim Temple does his business. My perception where I stand is probably not correct. I don't know what he's having conversations about, who he's meeting with, or how hard he's trying to work on getting those insurance rates down. We have people here in town that may live 6, 7 blocks away from here, yet they can't pick up a phone and find out what's actually going on. Their perception is we don't do anything. We react to things. I would challenge any of them to come up here and spend a week with me and see if they can keep up. I don't go to their job, tell them how to do it. And I'm just saying, as a community that wants to move forward, at some point, we have to start working on solutions together. We can't keep throwing barbs at people. It's not going to help. It just won't help. Okay. The other thing I wanted to kind of get into as well, related to the budget, is that House Bill, let's see, is it 681? I'm sorry, House Bill 606, it references the taxes are giving a tax break on pharmaceuticals. on prescription drugs. I like the idea. As you heard earlier, we're 1.9% down from revenues, and we're 3 months from finishing out. Are we going to make zero? Are we going to balance our budget? We don't know. But our revenues have steadily taken a tumble since 2021. If House Bill 606 passes, we're going to lose $91,756 in revenue. There are folks who are pushing to try to get some of the benefits that was given by the previous administration. And if we look at just our property tax, 119,000, Miss Cindy? Something around 119,000 we receive in property tax. If we reinstate that benefit, that's $70,000. If this passes, you're looking at another 91,000. We're not making ground. We're losing it. And we can't continue to lose ground. We have to make sure that our balanced budget is the first thing that we reach out to. We can't do these other things unless we get to that. Okay. I'm gonna do a real short video on Tyler Technologies. Very, very quick, about 2 minutes.
Where do your residents turn when they need to pay a bill, report a non-emergency issue, and see what's happening in their community? They turn to you. That's why we built our MyCivic platform, a solution designed to create a meaningful mobile government experience. For many residents, this kind of civic engagement means they must turn to several different siloed platforms to meet their needs. And you know that expecting residents to contact government in different ways for different issues can be challenging for everyone. By using MyCivic, your residents have access to one trusted mobile app, created for you and branded by you for answers and information. This comprehensive app connects residents to services, resources, and information your organization offers. Whether it's reporting an issue, receiving geo-targeted notifications, information about an elected official, or a community activity calendar. MyCivic can bring multiple government departments together in one app to create one connected community. And what better way to empower your community than by creating a branded app that enables two-way communication between residents and government services, delivers real-time local announcements about important closures or other urgent news, establishes a one-stop shop for news, information about officials, and community resources. With MyCivic, community engagement has never been easier.
All right. This out of the way. All right, this time, Chief Vincent, you want to come forward and cover your items?
Supposed to fix y'all. Okay. Good evening. Just got a few recommendations and a couple of announcements. I need a motion to hire Seth Weinstein as full-time patrol officer. He started as of 3/14/2025.
To move. All in favor? That motion carries.
Motion to hire Matt Reset full-time detective patrol starting at the rank of sergeant pending his pre-employment results.
Chief, that's Jerry's son?
Pardon?
Jerry Doucette's son?
Yes.
He's with Webster.
Yes, he's with Cameron right now.
Oh, he's with Jerry.
But we gotta make sure, I'm just bringing it so we don't have to wait till next month. It's
Right.
pending his hiring. results.
Understand, I'm just.
Yeah, he's a
thought
good
that he's a
kid.
good
Yes,
kid.
he is. Needed a motion for that.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that motion carries.
A motion to transfer Austin Pelican from part-time patrol to full-time as an acting executive officer, starting at the rank of sergeant, 3/24/25, and will be promoted to lieutenant at a later time.
Chief, just to be clear, you said sergeant, you meant staff sergeant.
Staff sergeant, I'm sorry, thank you.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Just a couple of announcements. This week is National Telecommunications Week. You know, any dispatchers with the EMS, just let them know you appreciate them and thank them for their service. And next month, I'll remind you again at the next meeting, we have our police memorial service on May 15th at 5 p.m. We're moving it to the community center so everybody can be inside. And our guest speaker this year is District Attorney Stephen Dwight.
Says
So,
5:15.
1705, yes. And that's all I have. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Chief.
Mhm.
All right, number 4, we have a motion to approve the purchase and service agreement with and between Tyler Technologies for the My Civic app and authorize Mayor Watkins to execute agreement. Prior to this, I just want to let you know that Mr. Jean is still reviewing the contract. We would like to get an approval based on his, what's the word I would like to use, Mr. Jean? His understanding of the contract to make sure that we're not being put in legal quandary.
That's good.
Yeah.
I move to.
And just real quick on that as well. These door hangers that we've been putting out, some of you have gotten them, that are filling those out. We're actually collecting those and we're using all that information so that we can help populate what we need to do for this. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's it. And maybe I'll add 2 questions, or one question, one statement. Number 1, if he approves it, everything seems good, what do you think the rollout time is?
I'm really not sure on rollout time. Just, do you have an idea, Ms. Cindy?
It's not gonna take long.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna take a long time. I can get back with you.
Just curious. That's
I'll get back with you. I can just send a quick email tomorrow morning and find out what it is, and then I can text you.
cool. And then just
Okay.
for the public, the cost is relatively low. I just moved my paper for like $6,500, I think, per year. Is that right? For the
Yes.
recurring costs?
Mhm.
Yes. Just, yeah,
Some maintenance. And
roughly somewhere. So it's not like it's this huge astronomical contract. Right. I just wanted to.
That's correct. If you want, there's a one-time payment. I think it's 8,900,
Right.
and then that maintenance is 6,000 something, and that's annual.
I move to approve the purchase and service agreement with and between Tyler Technologies for the My Civic app and authorize Mayor Watkins to execute the agreement pending Mr. Bouquet's final.
Second. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, and that motion passes. Number 5, we have a motion to approve comprehensive master plan for the town of Highway.
Yeah. I said, we talked about it last time, this is a shell. It doesn't have like specific rollout times and things like that. It's just to get a plan in place that we can tweak over time.
It can be tweaked over time. What this does is once this is authorized by the council, it goes to SWLA Planning Commission. And those particular things that we're trying to accomplish are now become priorities for the parish or for the SWLA Planning Commission. So they're going to be looking for number 1, grants that are actually going to be pulled in to help facilitate some of these things. And they will be working on the backside trying to make sure that they're helping us move the town along with the plan. So, yeah. Like when you see the Cal Davis I-10 Business and Industrial Park, that's just a name that was applied. It doesn't have to stay there. It can be changed to whatever the council wishes to over time. But basically what it is prioritizing planning and development of the I-10 corridor. So whether that's through business and industrial park or whatnot. Again, you see implementation status to be determined. So you have that throughout the entire plan, but what it does is it gives you an overall plan for the town. anytime there's a change or you want to amend it, it's very simple to amend it. But if we don't have a plan, we can't get funding. Or we can't get the help through SWLA to get that funding.
I move to approve the comprehensive master plan for the town of Iowa.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. Number 6, a motion to approve cooperative endeavor agreement by and between Calcasieu Parish District Attorney's Office and Town of Iowa for the sexual assault nurse examiner, and authorize Mayor Watkins to execute the CEA. This is a standing deal that we do every year, I believe. Any questions?
I make that motion to approve cooperative endeavor agreement between Calcasieu Parish District Attorney's Office and the Town of Iowa, and authorize Mayor Watkins to execute CEA.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. Number 7, motion to approve amendments to Town of Iowa customer utility accounts policy. Are there any questions on that? Ms. Cindy, would you care to explain a little bit about what we're doing?
What we're trying to do is we've done an audit on a lot of our old customer utility accounts, which needs to be done periodically. And the State Department of Revenue has a debt recovery department. And if people don't pay their water bills, what we usually do is we take the deposit, but a lot of times they still have a balance owing. We can send in that balance owing to the state under debt recovery, and they will use their refund and or anything else that is connected with the state. So we can get our funds. And we haven't done that with, years and years ago, they had something in place. I don't remember if it was 2006 or so, when there was something adopted with Lamatz, and they were going to collect it. But apparently that wasn't followed through. And I don't even think they have that program anymore. But now that we have the debt recovery with the Department of Revenue, we would like to change our policy so that we can have that authorization to join them and write the agreement with them so that we can proceed.
All right, any other questions? Thank you, Ms. Cindy. Yes, go ahead.
This debt recovery, that's just for utility services that they owe you traffic fines?
No, it's not going to be the traffic fines.
Do they have don't they have a similar program?
We could do the traffic fines, but since we're already set up with AMS, we were just going to continue AMS, especially since a lot of people are out of state, that our traffic fines are out of state. It wouldn't have as much of an impact with the state of
Well, I know
Louisiana.
some of the chiefs at our last conference mentioned that the state does do something. That's why I was asking.
They would, but would you agree that it would be better with AMS? How do you?
I'll have to look at the data. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
I reviewed it and I came up with that. I'm thinking, okay, would the State Department have as much? Could they collect as much as what AMS would collect, since AMS would be doing more out of state than?
Is it just, can you do both?
I think you could.
It would be something to
If
think
it would
about.
be-
I
Because
think
the
there
state's
are
got-
other ones doing that. That's why we have.
You can. Yes, sir, you
They're gonna
can.
Pass some,
We could
You have
to look
probably
at it.
find the ones
Look
that
at
have
it.
Louisiana driver's license. And yes, if they were residents of the state of Louisiana, we sure could.
It's
just
just,
asking to follow up if that would be possible.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
I move to approve the amendments to the town of Iowa customer utility accounts policy.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that motion carries. Number 8, a motion to approve agency participation agreement with and between Louisiana Office of Debt Recovery Department of Revenue and Town of Iowa for the collection of unpaid debts to the Town of Iowa. This is more of the same
This
thing.
is
It's
the
just-
same thing
Yeah.
because we have to enter into an agreement with them before they can start collecting.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? And that motion carries. Number 9, we have a motion to approve application for 25-26 Keep Louisiana Beautiful Beautification Grant and authorize Mayor Watkins to execute all documents pertaining to said grant.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that motion carries. Number 10, we have an introduction of ordinance 2025-01, an ordinance to amend Article 5, Section 2-122 of the Code of Ordinance of the Town of Iowa, Louisiana, to authorize the use of the Louisiana Department of Revenue Office of Debt Recovery for the collection of delinquent debt as authorized by Louisiana Revised Statutes 47, 299.1, and to provide for related matters. Again, this is just a continuation of the other.
I'll make that motion. We don't have to make a motion. Okay.
Number 11, any other questions? Yes.
Yes, I'd like to know, you all are going through and approving all these things that, we're just sitting here and you're making motions and approving, and we don't know what in the world you're talking about. There's no time for explanation of whatever, and what I'm really concerned about is that we have voted to approve a comprehensive master plan, Mayor, that you said was a shell. So if it's a shell, nothing's in it. So my concern is you must have some kind of idea of a goal or something that you're interested in having in this plan that would be great if the citizens knew about it. It's not, we don't know what you're talking about.
I appreciate that, Ms. Johnson, and I will state, this plan has been in the public venue for about 12, 14 months, and we have mentioned it many times in this council meeting. There is nothing here to be hidden. If you have a question about anything, you're more than welcome to contact me. You can contact the council members, and we can have those discussions. We're not here to hide anything. Everything that we're doing is to try to benefit the townspeople here, and that's it. So you're more than welcome to look at this. Again, it's not a conclusive. It's just several different things. I know Mr. Kenneth Landry, the last time we discussed it, had stood up and said that he was all for this because it actually gives us a roadmap, and that's basically what it is, a roadmap.
I didn't mean to indicate that you were trying to hide anything at all.
But ma'am, we've been here, we've been doing this for 2 years. And the one thing that I've noticed is that the people who tend to have the comments the most are the ones who are least likely to pick up the phone and ask questions. I entertain people all the time here. When they come in, they ask me questions, we go through them, their concerns. Just recently, I had somebody that was concerned about drainage. They pick up the phone and ask if they could come talk to me. That's the best way to find out what's going on. Because we try to keep as much of that information as far as we can.
Are you posting on the website?
Man, we are struggling right now trying to communicate to everyone. That's the reason we've started this with the door hangers to get the information. Because people aren't picking up the phone and calling.
Okay.
They want to go out somewhere else and push information that creates misinformation for the town.
I'm familiar with that, but
Okay.
thank you for the door hanger. I filled mine out
Yeah.
and brought it back up here.
Right. Thank you. We're assembling all of that, and we're going to get that information out. Okay? But anybody, you're more than welcome to call at any time. Y'all have my numbers are posted. They take phone calls for me all the time. I return phone calls. That's what we're here for. The entire council and myself are here to serve you. It would be nice if we could get phone calls where people have conversations with us. The only thing we get is a lot of negativity. It's very difficult to eat bowls of negativity day in and day out.
So is that the reason in your article that you said you wrote in the American Press? What date was that?
That was on the 5th, but my article really related to perception and people's perception becoming reality, their own reality. But what it dealt with was insurance. And what happened is we got into talking about the volunteer fire department. And it actually has the smallest footprint of any fire department in Calcasieu Parish. It has the least amount of funding, $160,000, $170,000, I think is the funding for the fire department. And over 70,000, Mr. Landry, is it 75, 78,000 for insurance? That does not leave much room for folks to fight fires when you get done with maintenance on the engines. That district was organized or set up by the legislature. And because of that fact, there's no way to increase the base to pull in more revenue. That's the reason that the fire department has a CEA with the town, and the town is actually paying for the fire chief, their vehicle, as well as 2 firefighters. In a time when our revenues are decreasing, it's harder and harder to maintain trying to do those things. I think it would be nice if folks can get somewhat bent out of shape over those type of things and what can we do to help. That was the whole article. I wasn't writing it to complain about these things. I was writing it to say, when will we as citizens stand up and become the solution for what we need in our town? It's really about working together.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Yes.
Well, I don't understand that. Well, that 3-lane, what exactly will that be?
That's gonna be to the east here, and it'll go from West Miller, right by the fire station, and it'll come down across our lateral in front of our oxidation pond and to Railroad. So it'll
Right by the
interconnect
high school.
right by the high school. So,
And a baseball and softball field.
So that it'll add a second avenue getting across town.
it'll give a way out, and it'll also give some relief on the intersection there at the red light. And especially during football games, so. For baseball games. Yeah, there you go. All right, any other questions?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? All right, thank you folks for coming out. And again, if y'all have any questions, feel free to call.
So what do we eat?
Yeah.